praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, double honors to our apostles and our elders, the great millstone who will. And peace and salutations to every brother preaching the truth throughout the four corners of truth and sincerity, all right? It's GMS Indiana, coming at you another weekend and week out, prophesying the downfall of this country called America, aka Babylon, all right? And by all means downfall, you see the downfall happening right now, man, all right? Ultimately, the ultimate judgment of America is ICBM nuclear missiles, man. You see that on the news today. All right, so it's not that far-fetched. It's 10 years ago, okay? And it's prophesied in various chapters of the prophets of the Bible. When I say the Bible, I mean the King James Version of the Bible, okay? Including the 1611 Apocrypha edition, man. All right, because they took that Apocrypha out, but I mean including the entirety of the Bible, the scriptures, okay? All right, and different prophets prophesied the downfall of different various superpowers throughout the history of times. So we come into you with the reincarnation of the prophets, prophesying the downfall of this superpower, all right? America. All right, and an example of that, I'm just gonna get one of the prophets prophesying the downfall of this country, all right? And I'll start from Isaiah 13 from the top. Grab the for me out.
So Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1, it says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. All right, now we're coming in the same steed as Amos too, but not the father of Isaiah Amos, but the prophet Amos. But we're coming in the same steed as Isaiah because we see the burden of Babylon too. All right. What's the different burdens of Babylon, man? We see his variety of countries backing out of their dollar, okay? They're not trading with the American dollar anymore. We are burdened of Babylon because we're coming out here waking up our people, the elect of Israel, all right? What's some other burdens of Babylon, man? The infrastructure falling. We got sinkholes opening up all over the country. We got motherfucking earthquakes, all in these different areas of Babylon, all right? People rising up against this government, all right? These different nations calling out against the wine, which is the democracy of America, okay? Keep going up. Basically, the burden of Babylon is the fall of this kingdom, okay? Keep going.
It says, lift ye a banner upon the high mountain.
The high mountain, the mountain representing the government of this power. Keep going. The banner is the truth. All right, keep going. I got a precept for that.
It says, exalt the voice unto them.
Like I said, slack it. Keep going. Shake the hand.
It says, exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles, man. Rebuke these people, man. Like it says in Isaiah 58:1. Rebuke these people so that the house of Jacob may know their sins, all right? And our people that transgression, all right? And that's what we're trying to show our people, but 2/3 won't get it, okay? Only one third of our people will get that, okay? The elect, the hopeful elect, and the 1/3 is going to get that rebuke, because Amos 5:10 says they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, all right? They abhor him that speaketh upright. But what is that upright? What are we rebuking according to? We're rebuking according to the words of the Heavenly Father and the Son. All right? Precept, Psalms 60 and 2. I got it. The book of Psalms, chapter 60. 60 and...
Hey, grab that, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate in Amos.
It says, the noise of the multitude in the mountain, like as the great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations.
64, sorry.
Gather together. Gather together.
Back up to, that's what the banner right now. I got that Amos.
Okay. It says, lift ye up a banner on a high mountain, exalt the voice of them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
All right, this is that banner, man. when you at a store, right? Supermarket, all right? A department store, for instance. When you see something in stock, they have a display about what they have in stock. They have boxes under the display. And they have the actual display item that they're looking for you to sell. They want you to actually see it and touch it, all right? This is Psalm 60:4. Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth. All right, we're that banner, man. We are being displayed because of the truth, because while we're coming down the highways and byways speaking the downfall of this kingdom. All right, thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, those that elect. Could you read that over in Isaiah?
Okay. It says, lift you up a banner upon the high mountain.
We're that banner upon the government, all right, because we're all over the 50 states. Keep going.
It says, exalt the voice of them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
John, that we can receive people, we receive the elect, all right? Keep going.
It says,
get that Amos for the brother, because they hate them there. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 10. It says, they hate him that rebuketh the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. All right? They abhor him that speaketh uprightly, man. Uprightly according to what, man? Uprightly according to the law, statutes, and commandments of Heavenly Father. When you read the book of Samuel, all right, the law of the Lord was highly esteemed in the land of Israel, all right? That law is slack today. Like it says in the book of Habakkuk, man. That law is slack because why you got people committing all kind of abominations according to the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and they're okay with it. Why? Because they think they're doing a good work. All right, so they hate him, they go according to that good work that they think, man. The Psalm says, there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is death. All right, so these people think in their own hearts and their own bellies that they're pleasing the God, they're pleasing the Most High, okay? In their mind. But honestly, it's not according to this word, man. It's not according to eating lobster, eating crab, eating pork. That's abominable, man. That's abominable to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, okay? Keep going in that arc.
It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
That he has commanded his sanctified, which was the prophets, man. We have been made holy and separate among these people, man. That's what the word sanctified means. I have commanded my mighty ones for mine anger. Those angels, man. The Lord's mighty ones, man. All right? His army, his elite. Keep going.
Yeah, what's that, John? He says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Yeah, thy word is truth. Sanctify them with thy truth.
What's that, John chapter 17, verse 10? Because what did the Lord tell Ezekiel? Eat this roll and go and preach to the house of Israel. So when you get this truth in you, it separates you, because sanctify means separated. You separate it from the pollution and the filth of the world through the truth of the Lord, you know?
Just that Deuteronomy 4th chapter, and these statutes, laws, and commandments.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
John 17, verse 10. And all thine are thine, and thine are mine, and I will...
Salakia, start, what do 17 and 17 say?
Sanctify them, okay. Come.
Yeah, count.
John
Salakia.
17, verse 17. Sanctify them through thine truth. What's the truth, man? The word.
Yep.
All right, the word, living out the word. Cooperating with thy brother in holiness, man. All right, being separate from these people because these people think they're pleasing the Most High. Being separate among these people is being one of the Lord's holy ones, man, through the truth, though. All right. It says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. All right.
Yep.
That's the commandments. The Heavenly Father's commandments. I got it backwards. You got something?
Yep. It's Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord thy God commanded thee, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all the statutes and say, surely this nation is a wise and understanding people.
And that's the point, man. Because the Lord has sanctified us, man, above all of these people, all of these other nations. Did you get Leviticus 20 in the last couple verses? I'm gonna specify it for you. I don't know exactly what I said, but it's like Leviticus 20.
And 26?
Yeah, go there.
Okay, this is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for the Lord am holy,
That's right.
And-
How about Shimmy Shai? So keep going.
and have severed you from the other people.
And severed you, man. And severed means to cut off, all right? So he cut us off from other people, meaning he didn't cut us off from being a nation like what he has, but back then he didn't cut Israel off from being a nation. He cut Israel off from being his own, thine are mine, all right? We are the Lord's.
That ye should be mine. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It shall come to pass that in all the land, thus said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third to fire. And I will bring the third to the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried.
Why, man? Because when you burn it, it's a cleansing. It's talking about coming to the straight gate, the straight and narrow. It says broad is the way and leads you to destruction, right? But straight gate is going to lead you to sanctification. Are you going to be sanctified through that straight gate? Because fire is a cleansing agent, man. Figuratively and literally, okay? When you put anything through fire, it cleanses it naturally, man. All right, you have a cast iron skillet that's full of rust. All right, that rust is being in the parable of speaking of us, we're that iron, okay? And that rust is the impurities. So we try it in the fire, and that fire cleanses us. And we take out that fire and beat it, that fire cleanses you. So you're gonna go through trials and tribulations, man. But the Lord's gonna deliver you all of this because why? Because you kept the word of his patience, man. So is that exactly right?
I had a precept real quick.
Yeah.
This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 5. It said, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
That's right. Because gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Because why? Because if you made up that impurity, like these filthy people, man, these filthy people that's not worthy to look upon us, man, you're gonna get burnt up, man. Like that ore, that Ophir. Oh yeah, it is ore. All right, and all of those, what's the one other chemicals in gold? That sulfur. That sulfur. You're gonna get burnt up, man. All right. You go back to the Isaiah. You had a precept.
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. It says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand.
Many shall be made white. Is that?
No, it's it says, but the wise shall understand.
But the wise shall understand. Many shall be made white and purified. Why? Because we're going to be saved about these famines, man. The plague that's coming to this place, America. We're going to get saved about it because while we're going through the fire now rather than later. All right? When I speak about later, I'm talking about the famine, the pestilence, and all the plagues coming to America. Ultimately, the ICBM nuclear missiles, man. Okay?
I got something.
John.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. He said, woe is me, who will deliver me from those days? And this is the prophet Ezra. And he was saying who was going to deliver him. So, hey, give me that Timothy, if the righteous if the righteous scarcely be saved. Right, man, because we scarcely make it up out of this thing, man. What does that leave you people that ain't doing the will of the Lord, man? I mean, man, it's just sudden destruction for you. You know? Yeah, he said, woe is me, who will deliver me on those days? the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. Right, like my son was going into, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be hella wicked out here, man. You know, it's gonna be bad out here, man. Which really, it's bad now. We was out going to get my grandson some shoes yesterday, and man, it's hella stores closing. I mean, you know what? People are using shopping as a means of comfort, man. You know, you coping with this, man. And there's no coping. It's no coping with this misery that's coming. All right, because no one likes to be in an uncomfortable position, man. Uncomfortability, man, it bothers you, man. And you're already in an uncomfortable position because what? Your dollar is failing, man. I mean, people see it, but they don't see it. They don't want to believe it. They see it, but they try to psych themselves out, man, and get that quick fix, man. Same as a crackhead, man. A crackhead is going through that misery, and he's going to turn that next trick so he can go get that next high, man, and forget reality. That's why niggas smoke weed. You smoke weed because you try to escape from reality, man. When reality is about to slap you in the fucking face, man. All right, he said, the beginning of sorrows, verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and powers shall stand in fear of being, and stand in fear, the beginning of evils that shall I do when these evils shall come. Right, so, man, the evils are already here, man. It's wickedness happening all over this earth, man. And people just instead of turning a blind eye to it, you accept it, man. You got motherfuckers in that's around, man, that just say, oh, well, that's their life. They gay, but, you know, as long as they're happy. No, man, that's not what Yahushua came for, man. Yeah. He said, I came to fulfill the law, man, not do away with it. And that's what you Christians say, man. You're coping with the wiles of America, man. Con, go ahead, son.
Proverbs 16 and 25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And that ultimately that death is, man, whether it be through missiles, whether it be through famine, whether it be through teeth or wild beasts or from demons sent by the Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. You're gonna die in your comfort, okay? Ultimately your discomfort. Because why? Because what you do seemeth right to you. All right? And this doesn't, just because it seems right, doesn't mean that it is true. I like to make a parable with something like that, man. Usually the food you eat, normally the food that you eat that's nice and sweet and salty is bad for your body. All right? And 9 times out of 10, the food that you eat that is good for your body is bitter. All right? And it's not sweet. And it's nasty. Okay? And it doesn't taste appealing. Same thing with this truth, man. Those are the things that you don't want to do because you're in the flesh. Usually the things that you don't want to do is good for you, okay? All right? You don't want to get up early. You don't want to do things that's profitable to your spirit because your flesh is constantly warring against itself. All right?
I got one. It's 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right, man. It's not gonna be no escaping, man. All right, man. Hey, look, man. There's only one way through this door, man. And if you ain't got a ticket, man, which is the elect, man, that's the only way, man. You got it? Okay. Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna. And like I said, like he's gonna get. They're scared. The elect is scarcely gonna make it, man. But being elect is only saying that you have a spot on that chariot, man. That's it. That's all what that means, man. That you're gonna scarcely make it. So people that. It's not gonna be no, what the saying in the world, oh, I made it by the skin of my teeth, man. Which I don't really understand what that means, because there ain't no skin on your teeth, bro.
That's the irony.
Right.
It's like, I made it by the skin of my teeth.
Right. It's no, yeah. So it's very, yeah, man. Hey, what it say, man? It's harder for a man to go through the
eye of a needle.
Eye of a needle, and that needle is not a threading needle. Which before I came to the truth, I was like, I couldn't even fathom that, man. And that needle was talking about in Arabia, they have those temples, and they got the needle that's shaped like this. Okay, when a camel is loaded up, you can't bring it in. Okay, so you gotta leave all that bullshit out, man. Now Yahushua is looking for pure vessels, man. He said, what, man? The time has come where the true worshipers should worship me in spirit and in truth, man. All right, so you're not gonna bring all that humbo jumbo, hooping and hollering, so-called speaking in tongues into this thing.